YouTube? This is Thomas of Tomology. I'm here to bring you a review of the Fifine Amplitank Tank3. To get it out of the way, this is a sponsored video. They sent over the Amplitank Tank3 right here. So it is a sponsored video. It is my first sponsored video too at that. So good thumbs up to me. Kudos. Yay. Thank you, Fifine. Now there is no restrictions. I can. There's no. I'm not told to say anything. So we got to just throw that out the door. So if I don't think that it's good, I'm going to tell you. Now if Fifine don't want to send me nothing else after that, then guess what? I'll just start buying, and if I don't like it, send it back. You know. But my channel is for honest reviews, and that's it. So that's out of the way. So they compare it to the K688 is what this one's comparable, supposed to be compared, and a better version of the K688 with more natural sounds. So right now you're hearing me on the pod mic. So I am going to be comparing this to the Rode pod mic right here and the AM8 by Fifine. I do like Fifine stuff, so don't get me wrong. Anything that I said, go check out my other videos. I have 4 or 5 different Fifine products that I have reviewed, and the goods and the bads, or the bads. I mean, there is a bad on there. You can go look. There's a bad. But no, I'm going to compare these. Fortunately, I got rid of my K688, so I can't compare how much of a difference that this one is to the K688 unless I go back through some of my footages, maybe go find my review and see how it sounds and try to compare them that way. But other than that, I like the I was comparing the K688 to the AM8 and Mayano mic, and I liked the AM8 better than all of them. Just so happened right around Christmas time, I was able to get the Rode pod mic really cheap, and the natural sound, the broadcast sound, the less boomy sound is what I really liked about here. Don't get me wrong, I like my Fifine. I have the USB Fifine A8 still, so we use that one on the laptop to do other videos that we do, my wife and I. So they're actually a really good product. I mean, I like them in the price point. But now though, this here, like I think yesterday I went and checked out the prices to start filling in. So this one right here was only like 46 bucks on flash sale on Amazon, normally 55 bucks. So now we're looking into the Rode pod mic. This is $100 to $120 depending on where you get it from. So that's a big difference between those two right there. Now with the Fifine AM8, you got USB on there. This one here also has USB and XLR. So I like the XLR mics. I like the sound of the XLRs. So we're gonna go ahead and give this one here. We're gonna do the unboxing and get to it. So, and then we'll see how they all stack up and compare to each other. So see y'all in just a sec as we start unboxing. All right, got everything cleaned out. So again, this is the Fifine Tank3. It was just released on January 10th, I believe, of this year, January 10th, 2024. So, all right, let's get it unboxed. Again, if you notice right now, it is just a cardboard box where there are other ones were nice, colorful boxes. So that's one thing. Notice right off the rip. Hopefully, you know, they did that to cut costs for us as consumers. Let's hope. Let's give you a thumbs up, Fifine, if that's the case, you know. Because if they can do less on their boxes, but make sure that it's packed right, then they can get it to us a little bit cheaper. So, get that off the screen over there. All right. So, of course, you got your Manual. Manual comes in here. Tells you, different things on here. I don't need Manual. All right, so you get your USB cable. Looks about 6 foot. Might be a little bit longer. I don't know. I didn't look up all the specs on it. I just got so excited being my first product to review. That was exciting for me. So thank you, Mr. Bruce over at Fifine, for reaching back out to me. So anyways, USB-C. or USB-A, excuse me, to USB-C. One thing that I know Fifine is trying to keep it for everybody for compatibility for computers, but one thing I would like to see, especially at a $100 price point, is a USB-C to USB-C. Even if you carry, put two of them in here, you know, one of these and a USB-C to USB-C. They even have the ones that have a USB-A and it has a connector to go to USB-C to USB-C. USB-C is the new standard for a lot of things. It's the direction that it's all going, and everyone needs to start getting that way. Fifine, you're ahead of the game on a lot. Let's see if we can see a little bit of that, you know, in the future on some future products that y'all come out with. So that's the cable. All right, let's get to the tank. Okay, for being a tank, I thought it would be a little bit, even when I felt the box wasn't too heavy. I thought it'd be a little bit, you know, heavier. I mean, the pod mic here that I'm talking on from Rode, I mean, it's pretty thick, pretty heavy. Let's see here. Got a built-in windscreen. You can push on it. It's not trying to indent the front. Let's see. No give. What I do like though, and I did like whenever I started looking it up after getting the offer to review it, is the single yoke. Oh man, this single yoke is nice. Never had a microphone with a single yoke. What's cool about that is directionals and how your cables go. So as you see here, the cables, you know, I got the Y right here, so it's the way that it is. So you got your headphone, your monitoring for your headphone right here. Then you got your mic volume right here. On the back side, you have your XLR, your USB-C, and then where you plug your headphones in to monitor, to use this monitoring right here. Me personally, I don't use monitoring, so but it's there for people who do. On this side right with Fifine, you got a little mute button. I just hope that it's I mean, it's a soft touch, but it's not like the AM8 or the A8 where you just barely tap it. You know, where you're not bumping it. So not everybody uses sound suppression software can be able to, like I am right now on here. At this point, I have Sonar GG software going through, which is keeping down any background noise or anything out of the way. I mean, I can clap. It might muffle me a little bit, but it doesn't do. It doesn't really pick up. Now, if my wife's in the background or something, it will pick up, you know, other people's voices. Not as bad. You can set your threshold. But let's get on with the review. So that's the unboxing. So let me go ahead and get it all hooked up, and we're gonna start with the Tank 3 first. Then we'll go to the AM8 and then back to the Rode mic, all with no noise cancellation, just straight out the box. See y'all in just a sec. Okay, I got the Fifine mic hooked up. This is no software, no EQ, no noise suppression, no nothing. Not even an OBS. Only thing I have is I have it at a negative 0.3, so I try to keep the clipping down to a minimum where I'm not screaming in y'all's ears. So this is what it sounds like straight out the box. Mic test 1 2 3. Mic test 1 2 3. I am about 2 to 3 inches away. Let's move it down. This right here is about 6 inches away. Mic test 1 2 3. This is about 6 inches away. So this is me. I mean, obviously I'm moving. Here's the noise. Again, this is with no software on, how much it picks up. You know, so you hit your desk, you hit the keyboard. So Peter Piper pick a pepper. Peter Piper pick a pepper. Peter Piper went down to the pond to pick up Doug to go pick peppers. So there's some plosives. So this is straight out the box, no settings, no nothing. So if you were able to just, I mean, if you didn't have no software, didn't know what you're doing, this is what you're going to sound like. I think someone's AC's outside my window. It kind of stinks that it's right outside my window. Someone's using it. It might pick up a little bit of that. But this is what it sounds like. Just straight out the door, no fans, nothing on in the room, just me. No one else is home, no TVs, no nothing. So, and my reviews is what everyone is going to be doing. If you're literally going for 100% broadcast, you're not going to be looking at a $90-something mic. You're going to be looking at the Shure M7. So this is just for an average gamer, average streamer, what you're going to be getting straight out the box with no extra settings. On my Scarlett Solo, I'm about 60% on there, volume-wise. Now we're going to go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and, again, I use Sonar GG. Now this is just the EQ sound. Mic test, 1, 2, 3. This is just adding the EQ on it. So then this is broadcasts on the EQ. And then go ahead and let me add into the noise cancellation. So now this is with noise cancellation on and EQ. And I'll go through and I'll start tapping on things. Start tapping, clap, snap. And then, of course, the keyboard. So, again, this is with software, and this is what you should expect to hear when you're using proper software properly done. So, this is what you get. Mic check, mic check. Peter Popper pick a pepper. Peter took Doug down to the pond to pick some peppers. So, this is what you get. So, next up is going to be the AM8. And then I'll do the same test with and without GG software, and then I'll get to the Rode Pod mic. All right, so here's the AM8 by Fifine as well. We're going to do the comparison test. I'm about 3 to 4 inches away from the mic. Back and forth this a little bit. So mic test, 1, 2, 3. Mic test, 1, 2, 3. Peter Piper pick a pepper. Peter went down to the pond to pick up Don to pick some peppers. Peter Piper pick a pepper. Mic test, mic test. So this is what it sounds like. Little bit of touching, tapping. If you're moving your boom arm around, let's just do, you know, what people normally do. People ain't gonna be tapping their boom arms, but it just gives you an idea. Little background keyboard, typing in the background. I'm not beating on them hard, just doing how, you would type. All right. So now, same thing. We're gonna go ahead and go to Sonar GG. So now here's just the EQ. So now this is just the EQ of Sonar. Mic test, mic test. And now we're going to go ahead and put on the AI noise cancellation as well. Now this is what it sounds like with the AI noise cancellation. Mic test, mic test, mic test, mic test. So now we're tapping on everything. Tap on my desk, keyboard. So you might hear a couple of clicks at first, and then it's supposed to go away, and we'll see. So that's the Sonar GG software for my noise cancellation. All right, I'll be back with the Rode Pod mic, and we'll go from there. Okay, now I got the Rode Pod mic back. The only thing that has to be different between the Rode and the other mics is this one does need a cloud filter. So it's what boosts your 48-volt phantom power. So tap on the boom arm in the mic. Let's hit some keyboard clicks, and then we're going to go open up Sonar. Again, we start with the EQ. This is just the EQ, and now we turn up the noise gate. So now the noise, the noise cancellation. So now we have noise cancellation on. Start with some keyboard. You might hear the keyboard. Remember, noise cancellation is for your voice, or is not for your voice. So when your voice is going, you will hear background noise. This is how much it takes out. Peter Piper pick a pepper. Peter went down to the pond to pick up Don to pick some peppers. All right. So I'll be back with my final thoughts, my final conclusions, and we'll go from there. Final thoughts. Again, right now I'm sitting about 3 to 4 inches away from the mic right now. So compared to the Rode mic, I know that I should be comparing it more. I wish I had the 688, the K688 still to compare through. I went through some of my old videos of that mic there, and this one does have a lot more natural sound. They are correct in there, when they're saying more natural sound to it. A dynamic mic for sure. You have to be right here in front of it. That is for sure. I mean, you come to the side, versus right here in front of it. they're doing things better than Rode. You get the XLR, the USB, and mic monitoring, where the Rode, you only get XLR on here. Let me try to get there a little bit, just the XLR. So, neither one of, plus with the Rode, you have to get a cloud filter. So you got to get cloud filter and XLR cables for the Rode mic, and you got to get an XLR cable for the Tank 3 here. So $89.99 on their website, same on Amazon. Only no RGB, so it's straight black. I wouldn't mind seeing a white version. White version would be really, really nice there if I find. Compared to the AM8, this is a good starter mic for anybody out there. But if you're wanting to get that real clarity, that broadcast sound to your mic, and you don't have to yell and holler or try to drop your voice real deep, then I mean, a mic like, again, I was comparing it, to the Rode. I want to compare it more to the Rode mic. The Rode mic compared to this one right here, I mean, this one here is on par, if not just a little bit better on the clarity, without having to have a 48-volt Phantom cloud lifter. So doing this, and then also being able to put in the circuits for the USB-C and having a USB mic at the same time. Yeah, so my wife and I, we do a Bible reading channel, and this will actually be the new mic for the laptop for the Bible reading channel. So if they come out with a white version, I'll probably get the white version, and that will be my new daily driver here. So it will get plenty of use. Thank you again for sponsoring this Fifine. You want to, if anyone wants the USB, me to test that, including you, Fifine, send me leave comments in there, and I'll do strictly a review of just the monitor. I'll re-review it and do the XLR versus the USB. But normally a microphone like this, if the XLR is good, which it is, then the USB is on point. Again, no RGB, only whenever the USB is plugged in for the mute light. So it is it's not like a soft touch like the AM8 where you just barely rub your finger. It is a push button, but it is a soft push button. So I do like that. I mean, all around the tank wise, and why it's called a tank, yeah, it's a tank, but at the same time, it's not as much of a tank as the Rode mic. The Rode mic is literally double its weight. Doesn't mean that it's not a tank. It's just weight wise, this here just is so much heavier. But to do what they're doing and coming out with half the weight and having more features to it, I would choose this. If this came out right at Christmas time when I bought the Rode, I would have got this one instead. So, and that's my 100% honest outlook on that one there. But no, I mean, look at this 2-year warranty on this one right here. And actually, you can get another 10% off of it using their website right here. Get another 10% off, no tax, 47-day free shipping, and 30-day hassle-back return. So, I mean, it is a nice mic, and this is basically how I have it set. We'll have it set up right there in the on the laptop. So, but yeah, no, it is 100% plug and play. It works. It does good. Y'all hear the sound. So, close that down too much. But yeah, that is my 100% honest review. If I find you truly watching this, I would love to test out your new lavalier mic, the M9, and the speaker setup for the computer. I really, the ample speakers for the computer. If not, I'm going to buy it and try it out anyways. But I'm hoping with you doing is what you did here and putting Rode pretty much to shame. I'm hoping that your lavalier mics, that M9, is going to be just as good as what you're doing here. Because Rode and DJI are the best two lavaliers. I use a Boya, and I really would like to try something more than that Boya. The Boya was all right. It has some of its own flaws. But there again, check out, my channel. You can see the review on the Boya. But no, I'm Thomas of Tomology. Thank y'all for watching. Catch y'all on the next one.